Hello and welcome to another edition of Addition. I'm your host, Addy. I'm a product manager at Microsoft, a mathematician, a futurist, a tech optimist, artist, and creator, and I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, bringing you the news, the hot topics in tech, an update on the markets, and some career advice. So before I get into today's episode, first, I'm gonna pat myself on my back and clap my hands for getting my Invisalign off. I've had Invisalign for 5 months now, and I just got it off this morning. So hopefully you will be able to hear my voice more clearly and crisply. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and follow the podcast if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, etc. If you are not subscribed to the Substack, where you get all of my updates for new videos and podcasts directly into your email inbox, go ahead and sign up for that now. Editionpod.substack.com. I am doing a free 30-minute career workshopping session for people who are subscribed to the Substack as well as the YouTube channel. And there was one more thing. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. So if you've done that, go ahead and email me, editionpod@gmail.com, or DM me on any of my social platforms. Twitter @EditionPod, TikTok @EditionPod, and Instagram @EditionWithAddy. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the markets. And no, they are not pretty. So Bitcoin in the past 7 days is down 16%, hovering at 32,491 at the time of recording. Ethereum is down 15%, hovering at $2,396. Moving to the stock markets, the S&P 500 is down 2.75% in the past 5 days. The NASDAQ is down 5.72% in the past 5 days. This is what they call a bloodbath in the markets. Let's take a deep breath. As you know, if you've been listening to the show, markets change every day. Yes, people are saying there's a recession looming. Yes, companies are laying off workers and rescinding offers. Yes, your portfolio may be back to where it was in 2020 and you've lost all your 2021 gains. That being said, fluctuations in the market are what give us the compounding interest or the compounding gains. So keep investing. Not investment advice, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep contributing my 15-16% to my retirement account. I have that invested in the S&P 500. I have my crypto allocation on my Ledger hardware wallet. I don't even look anymore because that money is there. And if you missed my last episode, I go through my investing principles. I will link in the show notes. So just take a deep breath. Try not to panic. I admit I was panicking this weekend and freaking out and questioning my whole life, but everything is going to be okay. Next week, things could be way better. Sometimes these drawdowns are long. Sometimes they are short. We have no idea what it's going to be this time. So try not to make any panic decisions right now. Okay, so let's get into the hot topics in tech. So Meta, formerly known as Facebook, is going to start testing digital collectibles on Instagram. And this is from the Block Crypto. So Meta will start, I quote, Meta will start testing digital collectibles and NFTs on a small number of users on Instagram this week, according to Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg. A select group of creators and collectors in the US on Instagram will be able to use NFTs as profile pictures, similar to a move other social media platforms like Twitter have done in recent months. So this is nothing new. This is Meta copying what other social media platforms are doing. Twitter released their NFT profile feature, which would verify that it was an NFT. and you have a hexagonal profile picture. I'm not sure how Meta is going to display whether NFTs is verified or not on Instagram, but this is great. One of the exciting things about the crypto markets being down is that NFTs are a lot more affordable. So I know I have been looking on OpenSea to see the price of, there's a certain NFT collection I'm interested in called Crypto Coven. I'm looking to see how low those go so I can snap me up a Crypto Coven and have it as my Twitter and Instagram profile picture. You may think I'm crazy and you think it's a waste of money, but as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm an artist and creator, so NFTs were what got me the most excited about crypto in the first place. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about Uber. So there was an email from the CEO about how Uber is going to cut down on costs and treat hiring as a privilege. So I quote, "Uber will slash spending on marketing and incentives and treat hiring as a privilege," CEO Dara Khosrowshahi said in an email to staff on Sunday. "It is clear that the market is experiencing a seismic shift and we need to react accordingly. Uber will now focus on achieving profitability on a free cash flow basis rather than adjusted EBITDA," he added. End quote. So if you have not taken a financial accounting class, so EBITDA is earnings before interest, tax, debt, and amortization, apologies, still adjusting to my Invisalign now being off. And whereas free cash flow is a model that tracks actual cash flowing through your business. And this is excellent. I already told you last week that if I bought stocks, Uber would be a buy for me, not investment advice. This is exactly the type of message that shareholders are looking to see for companies that are not profitable. They want to see them focusing on profitability and they want them to see them managing costs. It looks like Uber is going to be having a hiring freeze. If they are calling it hiring a privilege, it is likely going to be a hiring freeze. That being said, I will still be using my Uber. I will let you know if I notice any significant price changes because I Uber for everything, right? So hopefully this does not affect Uber One customers like myself. I've been appreciating the discounts that I've been getting as an Uber One member. We shall see. Okay, and on to more positive news. The White House touts free internet service plans, and this is from Axios. Quote, "Why it matters. Cost is a key factor in the digital divide between those who have internet service and those who do not. Quick catch up, the Affordable Connectivity Program, or the ACP, provides a $30 monthly discount on internet services from participating providers for low-income households, such as those that receive federal assistance through SNAP or Medicaid." And driving the news, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will tout the agreement with providers, which includes Verizon, Comcast, Charter, at an event on Monday focused on the ACP. So this is great. Back when everyone was remote and Zoom school was a thing, people were highlighting that not everyone has access to high-speed internet. I'm paying maybe like $60 to $65 for my internet. So if someone wanted a $30 monthly discount, it would then be like $30 to $35, which is much more reasonable. There is an argument that internet should be seen as a utility and a basic need, but at the same time, water is too, and we pay for that. And I would say electricity is too, and people pay for that. So at least they're doing something. This is hopeful news. I'm a tech optimist. If you're watching this show to watch me tear down companies, dunk on founders, criticize, of course I'm going to have a look at things for a critical lens, but I am an optimist and I do think that things are going to work out in the end. And I think that that's the best mindset to have during periods like this. Okay, so let's move on to the career segment. So as I predicted, and I hate to be right about this, power is shifting back to capital. So if you're not if you haven't taken economics class, there are two sides in the labor market. There's labor, people who are working, and capital, people who are paying for labor. And for the past couple years, it's been a great run for labor. A lot of people have seen their salaries increase, their quality of life increase with their jobs. That being said, with the market like this, especially in tech, power is shifting back to capital. I mentioned before, offers are being rescinded. People in high cost of living areas aren't being hired per se. And this also goes back to return to office, which I believe I talked about in the first episode. So if you are thinking about staying home and it is reasonable for you to go back into the office, I would rethink your thought about that, because historically, whenever companies do mass layoffs, they go after the people who are working remotely first. I'm not sure if they're specifically targeting it, or if it's because the people that are remote, they don't see, so it's easier to let them go. So this is my word of advice. If your office has a return to office plan, I would go as much as possible. If that does not work for you, I would be looking for a company that has a 100% remote policy. Okay, so what am I geeked out about this week? Okay, so with the market being down and also it's summertime or approaching summertime, I'm wearing a turtleneck today because it's actually slightly chilly today. It's about in the 60s in Atlanta right now. This is the time to focus on the simpler things, those trips to the park, going for a walk. I'm excited to see Doctor Strange this weekend. My birthday is this Sunday, and I was having a party, but the person throwing the party is not feeling well, so I may need a backup plan, and it's going to be to go to the movies. We don't need, of course, I like the nicer things, but it's always nice to take the time to appreciate the simpler things in life that, really bring us joy and make us happy. All right, well, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Let me know what you think in the comments. You think I'm right about something, if I'm wrong about something. And don't forget, if you want a free 30-minute career workshopping session, then go ahead and subscribe to the Substack, additionpod.substack.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which hopefully you're watching right now. It's Addition with Addy. And follow on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whichever one you listen on, and leave me a 5-star review. When you're done with all those things, just send me a note and we will schedule your career workshopping session. All right, well, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.